What are we talking about today, Ashley? What do you got for me?
Today we're here to discuss IPR.
Okay.
So what is IPR?
All right. Well, we'll start first. IPR, so Interproximal Reduction. What IPR is one of the tools we use with Invisalign in order to address some of the aesthetic concerns or functional concerns as far as putting the teeth together where we need them to be. And IPR, that process, we relieve some of the tension or tightness between the teeth so that they can slide past each other. And we do that with some subtle polishing right in between the teeth, and that allows us to get them aligned the way that we want to.
Okay. Does it hurt?
It shouldn't hurt, but if we're doing it right, it shouldn't hurt at all. Saying that, it can be a little bit uncomfortable, and there's a difference between something hurting and being uncomfortable. With the process of doing it, if we're doing it correctly, it should just feel like pressure and just some tightness in between the teeth as we're going through that process. But again, if we're doing our part and we are very attentive to kind of our patients and what's going on with them, it shouldn't be uncomfortable.
Okay. Is there anything we can do to make it more comfortable?
There is. Some people are sensitive in the process of trying to just do it, or their teeth are just sensitive just us looking at them. But we can always do some things that we have here that we can make the teeth and gums a little bit more numb so it's comfortable during the process. We use different equipment that allow us to efficiently do that, where again, if time is part of being in the chair is part of it, we can do it quicker, but also we can do it in a way that is less uncomfortable or less pressure in the sense of as we're going to create that IPR and making space.
Okay. And then last question, what is IPR used for?
What is it used for? So IPR is usually used to address crowding. That is the big issue that we're trying to address. And if you don't know what crowding is, that's what crowding looks like. But with crowding, the big issue with crowding when it comes to the teeth and their alignment is if teeth are crowded, it is hard to keep them clean. Functionally, we can see teeth that are hitting in ways that they're not supposed to, but also we can see areas in which we are susceptible to bone loss and cavities and other things because we can't get to them. We want all of our patients to floss. We'd like to think all of them leave here and they floss, but our hygienists tell us otherwise. That's not what they see sometimes, but that's okay. It's hard to do something, it makes you not want to do it. And if it is crowded and you can't get the floss in there, and you got to do all kinds of crazy things you're less likely to do it. Also, if we are crowded in a way where our teeth are hitting in the wrong spot, we can see teeth fracturing and wearing in ways that we don't want them to. So with IPR, that allows us to alleviate that space and eliminate that crowding and put teeth in the right space. But also sometimes we can use IPR as a tool to address other concerns. Another concern we can sometimes see is there could be what we call a black triangle or space between the teeth. And what that black triangle looks like, let's see, picture. So we want our teeth to look like two little squares like this. And in a perfect world, we take two teeth that are crowded like this or like that, or teeth like this, and we would bring those teeth together and we just line them up. And everything looks great. The problem is all teeth do not have that perfect shape. And if we have a tooth that has more of a shape like this, and we try to bring that same tooth that was way over here and bring it in line, and we end up with the gap kind of underneath the teeth. And what we call is that black triangle, where you can see right through it, or they can whistle right through that thing because there's a gap there. What we want to do is with IPR is if we can get rid of some of this very subtly, we can bring these teeth closer together and that space shrinks down as we bring them together. The big thing with IPR though is even though we are polishing the teeth so they can move past each other, it's very subtle. So we are doing microns, less than a millimeter or fractions of a millimeter of kind of polishing of the teeth. And that subtle amount done in the right places strategically allows us to create a ton of space and move these teeth past each other. So we can do this without functionally causing any damage to the teeth or causing any long-term problems, but it is an excellent tool to allow us to make some incredible transformations with people's smile.
Okay, awesome.